Preliminary tests of Gemini Lake confirm the increase in productivity. Since 2013, the microprocessor giant's assortment has a separate subclass of Pentium processors for applications where high performance is not required. They are based on the simplified Atom microarchitecture. Processors of this class are more energy efficient, simpler, and cheaper to manufacture than Pentium-based Core processors, but their performance is much lower. Nevertheless, this approach allows Intel to offer quite competitive solutions for budget computers, where the price or power factor is in the first place. However, time does not stand still, and processors of the Atom class, as well as their older brethren, should progress. Therefore, in the near future, Intel plans to replace in the atomic Pentium current architecture Apollo Lake for a more advanced architecture, codenamed Gemini Lake. This move is expected to have a very significant impact on the market, as Gemini Lake will have significant improvements over its predecessors. So, first of all, the computing speed of the CPU part of future chips should noticeably increase. Processors Gemini Lake will be based on the new Core Goldmont Plus, which will provide an improvement in specific performance by about 30% due to internal optimizations, the expansion of the pipeline, and the increase in the cache size of the second level. True, the graphics core, which will have processors Gemini Lake serious changes in performance, while not undergo. It will remain based on the architecture of the 9th generation, similar to the GPU of the Skylake processors, and will retain 18 executive devices, that is, approximately the same as before, the arsenal of resources, which is unlikely to contribute to increasing its capacity. Improvements are possible only in support of hardware encoding and decoding of video in 10-bit formats HEVC and VP9. But it is expected that SoC, System on Chip, Gemini Lake will receive new embedded interfaces, among which are to appear physical layer controllers for the implementation of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The other day in the database benchmark SI Software Sandra appeared the first test results for a prototype laptop based on Gemini Lake, in this case, built on a prospective quad-core Pentium Silver N5000 with a base frequency of 1.09 GHz. According to these results, everything that was known about Gemini Lake earlier finds confirmation in practice, including information on a noticeable increase in performance. Compared with the quad-core Apollo Lake operating at the same frequency, Pentium N4200, the performance gain in various computational tasks is from 8 to 99%, which confirms the previously announced information about the improvement of the microarchitecture of the processor core. It is also important that simultaneously with a noticeable increase in performance, the processors of the Gemini Lake generation must retain their belonging to the 4-6W thermal package, which will allow them to be used in ultra-compact mobile computers with a passive cooling system. In addition, the test results are confirmed and information about the increase in Gemini Lake L2 cache to 4 MB, as well as the use of this chip graphic core of the 9th generation, which has 18 executive devices. Incidentally, from the testimony of SI Software Sandra, it is possible to extract information about the fact that Gemini Lake processors will be sold under a new Pentium Silver trademark, which will replace the simple Celeron and Pentium names used to mark Apollo Lake earlier. It is expected that the processors Gemini Lake will be announced before the end of 2017. Like their predecessors, they will be produced using 14nm technological standards. As expected, the Pentium Silver N5000 and its relatives of the generation of Gemini Lake will find wide application in next-generation Chromebooks.